Hey, Chick-fil-A South Roads team, thank you so much for joining us on another leadership series. Today we're going to be talking about managing vision and purpose. So when you think about some of our most engaged employees, what keeps them engaged at Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A actually went on a nationwide search a few years ago to really find out what drives some of the most engaged employees at Chick-fil-A. They interviewed thousands of team members across multiple states across the country. They also interviewed a lot of highly engaged employees across different industries. And when they brought all the information back, they really found that there was three things that really highly engaged employees were looking for in a company. Those three things were, number one was they wanted to know that they had a better boss. They wanted bosses and supervisors who were highly engaged in them and caring about them personally on a personal level. They wanted to know that they had a brighter future. They wanted to know that those opportunities to grow and to develop within their current role. And then the third thing that they're looking for was a bigger vision. They wanted to know that they're part of something bigger than just their day-to-day task. And that's what we want to talk about today. We want to talk about vision and purpose. And why is it important? Really, because at the end of the day, having a strong vision and purpose, it's why you do what you do. We do a lot of what daily in our restaurant. There's a lot of serving our guests and smiling and saying my pleasure and cooking chicken and all these things that we do day in and day out in our restaurants, to the what to our business. But really our vision is why do we do all those things? And when our team can hear the why, when they see us living out the why daily as leaders, they're going to be more bought in and more engaged into what you want them to do within our business. And now the exciting thing about Chick-fil-A at South Roads is we have a very clear why. We know why we do what we do, and that is that we want to have a positive influence on all who come into contact with Chick-fil-A. Hopefully now, if you were watching this video, you already know our vision. You've learned it, you've memorized it, but maybe you haven't internalized it yet. Maybe it hasn't really come to ring true in a way that you are sharing it and living it out to other people. And so today, that's what I want to spend some time, is to dive into our vision, to have a positive influence on all who come into contact with Chick-fil-A. Now, if that is our vision, if that is our why, then the question is really how? How do we have a positive influence? And we have really four pillars in our business in which we believe that we can have a positive influence. That is our product, our partnership with the community, our people, and our profitability. So again, our product, our people, our partnership with the community, and our profitability, the 4 Ps, if you want to remember them that way. And so I want to talk about each one of those really quickly so you have a chance just to hear it and to understand it a little bit more deeply. So first off, the first pillar is our product. Our product is really, what are we serving to our guests? When I think about product, what I want you to start thinking about, it's really this idea of doing the right thing the right way every time. When we have our product, no matter what it is, we want to do the right thing the right way every time. So there's 3 things specifically I think about our product. Number one, it's our food. When we think about our food, we want to make sure that our guests get the right thing the right way every time. So that means that the food has to come out hot, it has to come out fresh, it has to come out accurate, it has to come out with great quality, and it has to come out with food safety. It has to be a safe product that our guests can consume, not get sick. And so those are all important things about our food that we provide to our guests. When I think about our product, I also think about our customer service. When you think about customer service, we want to really go above and beyond to serve our guests. We call it second mile service at Chick-fil-A, which really comes from a Bible verse in Matthew 5:41, which it says that, hey, if anyone asks you to go 1 mile, go the second mile with them. Jesus was saying essentially go above and beyond what the expectations of the guest are. And so when we provide customer service to our guests, we want to go above and beyond to serve those guests. When we think about another product we offer our guests is our restaurant environment. The word restaurant comes from a French word which means to restore. So a restaurant is actually supposed to be a place of restoration for our guests, physically, for food, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. It's a place where they can recharge and restore themselves. And so that's why we want to make sure that the restaurant stays clean, the restrooms are clean, the tables are wiped off, the floors are picked up, the parking lot is clean. We want to make sure that we have a clean environment. So why is that important? Why do we want to do that? Because at the end of the day, our product is really what people get to experience when they come in their restaurant. Make it personal. Think about, why does that matter? If a guest is coming in, we are right across the street from St. Francis Hospital. Maybe they're coming from visiting a sick family member. Maybe they're coming because they went to visit a doctor and just got a bad diagnosis. How much important more is it that our product is the right way, the right thing every time when they come in after a bad diagnosis or coming from serving their family? Or maybe they're coming into the restaurant and they are really trying to really engage with a family member they haven't seen in a long time, and they're trying to spend some time over a nice quality meal. How important is it that their food is right, that they're getting great customer service? So our product is important. We want to make sure that providing a great product is one way that we have a positive influence. Also, we want to have a positive influence through our people. We want to have a positive influence to our people on our guests, but we also want to have a positive influence on our people and our team that works for us. And that's why we created our employee promise. Our employee promises are 5 promises that we make to each one of our employees. They are these promises that we are valued, we are one, we are excellent, we are proud, and we are stronger. Now, you can dive into those values later on in our leadership series, but at the highest level, these are the promises that we make to our employees, that we want to create a place where they feel valued, a place where they want to work together as a team, a place where they pursue excellence day in and day out in the business, that they always seek to do their best. We want to create a place where they're proud to work at Chick-fil-A and proud of the place that they work and proud of those that they work with. And we want to create a place where they are stronger, that they leave stronger than when they first arrived. And the most important thing I think about when we think about our people is that really this employee promise, it is driven by our team leaders. At the end of the day, as an organization, we're going to do everything we can do to create an environment where these promises are lived out, but it's up to you as a team leader to make sure that you are embodying these promises and ensuring that these promises are delivered day in and day out as our employees come to work. The third pillar that we talk about in our business is our partnership with the community. We want to give back. We want to be a light in our Tulsa community, and we want to give back in as many ways as possible. And we really believe that there's 3 ways in which that we give back to our community. Number 1 is on an individual level. You all as team members and as team leaders, you all are serving constantly in your community. Some of those things aren't even related with Chick-fil-A that you guys are doing to serve back into your community. But we also want to provide opportunities, whether it's through donating food to organizations that you have or giving you opportunities to go volunteer in the community. We want to provide opportunities where you can go individually serve in your community. But also we know that there's a lot of power when we come together as a team and get to serve. And so we also want to provide opportunities where as a team you get to go and serve into your community. Maybe around the holidays we'll go do Christmas caroling or collect canned foods that we can go back and give to our community. But then also on the highest level, we also give back at a restaurant level. There's things every year that we do to give back to the local community. So when I think about over the last years, we usually give anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000 in in-kind donations to the local community. And as a vision of having a positive influence, you got to think about it's the sales that you guys are getting, the growth that we're having in a restaurant that allows us to continue to give back to the community. When you guys make those sandwiches or when you guys are ensuring that those donations are getting out, you're really having a positive influence on the guests and the volunteers that food is going to serve our community. The fourth pillar that we talk about within our business is profitability. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are a profitable business. And at the end of the day, I always say that I'm not in business just to make money, but if we don't make money, we won't be in business very long. So we want to make sure at the end of the day, we are a profitable business. And why do we want to be a profitable business? Because at the end of the day, if we are profitable, we can give back to the first 3 pillars that we talked about, to our product. We can reinvest back into the equipment in our business. If anything breaks, we don't hesitate to make sure it's replaced. If we need to buy equipment that helps us to serve our guests faster, we want to do that, or to make a better restaurant environment, we're going to invest into that. If we're profitable, we can reinvest back into our people, making sure that you have the resources that you need to be successful, make sure that you have the environment that you want, and that we get to celebrate our team from a resource and a valuing standpoint. And then our partnership with the community. The more profitable we are, the more opportunities we have to serve our local community. So again, again, our vision is to have a positive influence on all who come into contact with Chick-fil-A, and we do that through our 4 pillars, through our product, our people, our partnership with the community, and our profitability. Again, I know y'all probably heard this so many times, but again, there's nothing more important that I think as a leader that you can know and that you can share than the vision of our business, because I guarantee you that if you are bought into the vision and you are sharing that vision day in and day out with your employees at work, that they are going to be more engaged into what you're doing and more bought in and day out to the goals that you want to accomplish. So thank you for being ambassadors of the vision. Thank you for taking the time to manage and learn how to share vision and purpose within our business. We hope that this will excite you, encourage you, and give you the tools that you need to go out there and get your team bought into what you're trying to do.